Does it feel like the housing market is shifting here in Trilogy? Well, if you stick around, I'll show you the latest numbers for the housing market here in Trilogy at Glen Ivy. Hi, my name is Casey, and on this channel, I share information about the senior communities here in Corona, California. So if you're considering buying or selling a home here, our knowledge of the housing market here in Trilogy and Terramor can definitely give you an advantage. So if at any point you're ready to talk, please feel free to reach out and let me know. I'll put my cell phone number up on the screen, and I'd love to talk to you to see if I can help. Now, if you're like me, I know you're hearing stories about the housing market crashing, but do you know if these rumors are true? Well, I just received the sales numbers for the second quarter of 2025, so I want to share these numbers so you can see for yourself. So let's jump in and take a look at the numbers for homes sold between April 1st and June 30th of 2025. And let's start with the average sales price. Now, the average sales price of a home in Trilogy was $669,000, and home prices range from a low of $540,000 up to a high of $882,000. And if you look back at the first quarter of this year, the average sales price was $652,000. So that means the average sales price has actually increased by 2.5% since the first quarter of this year. And this is actually a little surprising, especially with all of the talk going on about the market crashing. Next, let's look at the total number of homes that were sold. And in the second quarter of 2025, we had a total of 11 homes sold here in Trilogy. And that's a slight drop from the first quarter when we had 14 homes sold. Now, this isn't great news, but it's not terrible either. And if you look a little closer, we have 6 homes currently in escrow, which is a good sign too. It tells us that homes are selling here in Trilogy. Next, let's look at days on market. Now, the average time it took to sell a home here in Trilogy was 79 days. And this improved slightly from the first quarter when it was taking 86 days to sell a home. Next, let's look at the homes currently for sale. And right now, we have 28 homes currently for sale in Trilogy. And that's up 27% from the first quarter when we had 22 homes for sale. And finally, I want to share with you the highest priced home that was sold. And it was located at 23802 Caleb Drive. Now, this was a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 2,200 square feet of living space. Now, this was a very popular Palomar floor plan, which has a very open great room, plus a private casita. Now, this home had a large kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, and a huge center island. But what really set this home apart from the other homes was the absolute incredible views of the golf course from the back of the home. And this was the highest priced home sold in Trilogy at $882,000. So what do these numbers mean? Well, let's start with sellers. Home prices in Trilogy haven't crashed. But on the flip side, we aren't seeing the frenzy of buyers that we saw just a few years ago. And with more homes on the market, you really have to price your home correctly if you want it to stand out from others. And how about for buyers? Well, with more homes for sale, you definitely have more leverage and more room to negotiate. And with interest rates slowly improving, this might be an opportunity to get a really good deal on a home here in Trilogy. Now, even though other parts of the country and state are seeing huge price drops, we just aren't seeing that happen here in Trilogy. Now, are there homes that have dropped their prices significantly? Yes, we have a few. And could things get worse? Absolutely. But overall, the housing market here in Trilogy is holding its own. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Trilogy, I'd love to see if I could help. You can give me a call or a text at the number up on the screen, or just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you right away. And if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you consider hitting that like and subscribe buttons. These little things really do help a small channel like mine. Now, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.